The community resource I chose to present is the American Red Cross. Our local branch is the Quad Cities and Northwest Illinois chapter located at 1100 River Drive in Moline, Illinois 61265. The goal of the Red Cross is to help people prevent, prepare for, and respond to natural and human-caused disasters through the immediate mobilization of people and resources and the aid of community, workplace, and school-based training. Trish Burnett is the current executive director of the Quad City Red Cross location. Trish has been a dedicated member of the American Red Cross since 2015, initially serving as the Regional Communication and Marketing Director for the former Central and Southern Illinois region. In 2018, she was promoted to Executive Director for what is now the Quad Cities and Northwest Illinois chapter. Trish has deep roots within the Quad Cities and a personal connection to the Freeport-Rockford area through her husband. She is proud to serve at this location, and she does specialized trainings in disaster communications and pet sheltering during disasters, enhancing her ability to support those in need during emergencies. Trish serves on the board of Humane Society of Scott County, reflecting her dedication to animal welfare. The Red Cross receives funding through public donations, voluntary public contributions from individuals, foundations, and corporations, cost recovery, blood and blood products, health and safety courses, government appropriation. When the funding requirements exceed what's supported by public donations, the Red Cross may seek appropriations from federal or state governments for certain programs in specific instances. And finally, investment. Some of the Red Cross's revenue comes from investments made. This location serves 767,210 people in 21 counties in Illinois, Iowa, and Missouri. The Illinois counties are Adams, Brown, Fulton, Hancock, Henderson, Henry, Knox, McDonough, Mercer, Pike, Rock Island, Schuyler, and Warren. The Iowa counties are Lee, Muscatine, Scott, and Van Buren. The Missouri counties are Clark, Lewis, Marion, and Rawls. In just 1 year, this location has helped 888 people that were affected by 228 local disasters, including home fires. They've opened 4 shelters, including non-congregate shelters according to the COVID-19 safety protocols. They've provided over 10,000 meals and snacks and distributed over 5,000 relief items. They've trained 6,778 people in life-saving skills through first aid, CPR and AED, aquatics and babysitting, and non-fee enrollee classes. They've facilitated 643 emergency communications, financial assistance, and critical community services for military families. They've collected 11,242 units of blood at 590 blood drives. They've installed 600 smoke alarms and made 568 people safer through home fire campaign. They've had 421 volunteers work a total of 41,504 volunteer hours, and they've taught emergency preparedness classes to 465 students. The Red Cross provides community disaster education, first aid CPR, and other types of life-saving health and safety trainings. They help individuals prevent, prepare, and respond to emergencies. They provide 24/7 global emergency communication services and support in military and veteran healthcare facilities across the country and around the world. The Red Cross is the largest supplier of blood products in the country. The Red Cross provides for families in numerous ways, ensuring that they are not alone when a disaster strikes. The ways you can help provide for your community through the Red Cross are becoming a trained disaster relief response volunteer, helping people affected by home fires. You can support trauma, cancer, and other patients in need by donating blood, platelets, and plasma at local blood donation centers. You can also learn CPR, first aid, and other life-saving skills that will prepare you to respond to emergencies. Apart from the disaster relief and other resources provided by the Red Cross, they want to make it known that all employees and volunteers of the Illinois Region Red Cross are committed to a unified Red Cross culture that emphasizes inclusion, limits bias, creates an environment that welcomes diverse traditions and experiences, and champions the dignity of all. They honor and respect the beliefs, language, and interpersonal styles and behaviors of individuals and families receiving services, as well as the employees and volunteers who are providing services. Of paramount importance is that all who partner with or work and volunteer for the Red Cross feel safe and welcome at all times in all circumstances that involve the organization. The 5 services provided by the Red Cross are disaster relief, providing resources that offer temporary sheltering and housing, mental health assistance, financial assistance, and health services provided following a traumatic event. Blood services, collecting blood, platelets, and plasma donations to support trauma, cancer, and other patients. Services to the armed forces, helps for members of the military, veterans, and their families prepare for, cope with, and respond to the challenges of military service. International services and preparedness. Global volunteers providing 24/7 support to those in need of aid. Health and safety. Resources to support those in need of help with their mental or physical health. I chose to do this presentation on the Red Cross as I have some personal experience with their support. On June 28, 2023, I had a first-hand experience with a traumatic event. There was a house fire at the rental duplex I was living in at the time, and part of our road to recovery was receiving support from 2 members of the Quad Cities Red Cross team that reached out to talk with us about our situation. They offered resources to us and gave us money on a debit card issued by the Red Cross to help us get back on our feet. 90% of the Red Cross workforce are volunteers, meaning that many members are people finding ways to help their own community through the work that they do, because they want to give back and support the families in their area.